We're going to do this. It's going to be fun. What am I on? I'm on Ascension 4. Alright. Man, and Chromo's missing it. He's going to be so dirty. Oh, if you watch a movie and play Dauntless, then you can't watch me. Ah. Yeah, we'll definitely need to watch me. I probably play Dauntless. I don't like watching a movie and a streamer, but I like playing games and watching a streamer. You could just brush your teeth again, Keisenchi. Do we go for a Watcher rare card? I think Watchers can kill Elite by herself, right? She doesn't need my help killing her. We just swap the boss relic. Huh. Okay, retain is no longer a thing, I guess. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. Oh, Bernie? How else am I getting upgrades? There's like no campfires. Do I have a link to the PoE guide I was using? Do you just want the paste bin? For Path of Building? I don't seem to have that. It's just Scissorin's Bees one. Actually, I'll give it off YouTube. I think that's it. There you go. Yeah, well, Runic Pyramid's not retaining cards. It's no longer discarding them. But any cards that say retain still retain, do stuff. So you don't break it completely. You're welcome, Philia. Although being able to erupt whenever you want seems kind of cool. Nine, 12, 24 stuff, blah, blah, blah. Just get back. How bad do you reckon signature move's going to be with Pyramid? Would it take Bowling Bash for centuries? Or even Slime Boss? Bowling Bash just for Reptomancer. Does that go across turns? It's not awful then. Need like a double attack or something else. Like some sort of multi-attack. Might just skip here. Although with Bowling Bash we get to hold it with Pyramid. There's a couple entries. Yeah, there's a couple times where that could actually end up being okay. So let's go with we won't need fairy. Let's have faith. I like a crescendo. Let's do this. Let's. There's no point going to that store. $10, $22 for the lots. It's just... Oh, like water's good. Tranquility also good. It's like better than metallicize, but only if you're in calm. That's still pretty good. Third eye's good too if we've got pyramid, I guess. It's not okay. It's super powerful. Yeah, I can see that. It's probably the best one, right? Do we double up on like water or we talk to the hand? Like what's the play here? I love talk to the hand because it's not a power, but it acts like a power. Starting in calm every time? Yeah, it's kind of weird, hey. That you don't start in anything. You think you'd start a fight calm. Oh, dude. They've got artifacts. Jerks. I don't have anything that's going to strip the artifact though, do I? So I may as well just play it and get it done with. It's pretty much just 5 block. I'm down with that. Okay, so that's going to deal 42, so it's going to kill one. Let's do it. It's so ridiculously strong. Oh, there's the establishment. It's probably not worth taking though. Well, it's as worth taking as you would normally take it. Do you normally take it? Or do you wait if you've already got retain cards? Take an established curse. We do have a crescendo. So we could play that instead of Crescendo and it evens out. What's the upgrade on Establishment? Makes it innate? And Talk to the Hand is so strong. Probably not for Slime Boss though. 69 gold, by the way. Yeah, I really like the Eruption upgrade, especially since we've got Pyramid. I don't know if it's correct though, but being able to play that, like a lot of times it's just not being able to play it hurts. Block's decent. I like upgrading powers. I think power upgrades on all the classes are very strong. Synergy. Did the Crescendo just move? And Foresight's really strong. So is just lucky. Hey Wagner, how you doing, man? How's work, man? Is that going okay? Where do you guys rate stance potions? Oh, let's just keep a tranquility. Stable job, yeah. Are you still doing that that management-ish role at that company that wasn't doing too well at their management-ish stuff? Over speed? Probably. Liquid memory seems pretty strong sometimes. And I think with but attack potions are super valuable because of the Watcher stances. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Sure. Okay, so Tranquility will bring me down. Oh, I could have kept... I should have kept the Vigilance. Because then I could have Tranquility crescendoed, played stuff. Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll come back to it. Tranquility bring that down to 20. So we're automatically going to block 5 when we hit Tranquility. So that's a block 5. We just need to sort of hit once. I go nuts here, right? Wrath is also a better strike. Ah, true, it is because it's higher, yeah. Yeah, the watch has definitely gotten... It's definitely improved, but it's still a bit of... Prostrate's like an average block, but getting that Divinity turn... Watcher is definitely not the strongest class. I think in the curve, if you're playing low Ascension and not doing Act 4, I would understand Watcher being the strongest in that situation. Or maybe even higher Ascension, not doing Act 4. It has the potential to produce the highest win rate. You're talking A20 Heart? I'd have to see it to understand. Calm is OP. Calm doesn't do anything though. I mean, you get a power that if you're in Calm you can gain block. But other than that, Calm doesn't reduce damage you're taking. So I don't understand. Ah, okay. So leaving Calm is probably a better way to say it. You gain 2 energy. That's true. So you can play 2 extra cards. If you've got them. So you need to have a good package then to have that. Like you'll need to be able to draw. What if you don't get offered Talk to the Hands along the way? You know, what if you don't get... Okay, it's tough to sort of understand because... I'm going to skip this. Also, when you say it's your highest win rate, to put that out there, you'd have to let us know what your win rates are, so we can be like, okay, what's the difference? Like if you're saying, oh, I've got a 10% win rate on average on the other classes and a 15 on Watcher, it's like, okay, well, that's pretty good. I'd be happy with that, but that's not exactly, you know, good source of things, you know. Every run feels wrong. Alright, 1 on 10 is pretty strong. Like 10% is a strong win rate on Ascension 20 Heart runs. It's a very strong win rate. 1 in 4 in Watcher. It's really strong. So, to put it in perspective, I think Jorbs and Baylor run close to 40% win rate on average when they're playing at their best across the classes. So you'd have to pit that up against, like, we'd have to compare like their win rates on Watcher to see where that comes in. And it might just be at, you know, when you're playing with a a slightly lower win rate to that, you're going to be able to get more out of Watcher. But maybe the ceilings, I don't know. I don't play I haven't played A20s for a long time. Yeah, I heard about Terrence going 7 in a row. I'd like to see how Terrence go. I'd like to know some same thing. I'd like to see the stats. Like, how did he, you know, how does he do at the other classes? What changes have they made since then, type of stuff. Is that lethal? Yeah. You take the vulnerable? Well, I feel like I've got... Like, I haven't gotten much in the line of defense. Like, I've got some powers, I've got a way to get back into calm, I've got a little bit of defense. Vulnerable seems pretty good when you're doing double damage. Did that used to be 2-3? Whereas now it's 1 and then 2? Yeah, so that's fine for Act 1, no one must know. I know you got a Kappa in there, but I want to talk it out. And I think that's why, like, same reason why Defect is really strong in Act 1 and Watch is really strong is you just murder everything. But then you've got to fight a boss. And Slime Boss, for Watcher, like, that's not a boss. That's a joke. Just because of how the mechanics work. But when you get to something like, you know, Champ or Collector or Automaton even... Does Talk to the Hand count hits, or is it cards? Oh, I'm thinking of Flying Sleeves, yeah. It's hits? Hmm. Hey, Karan, how you doing, man? Let's get a vulnerable. Not that vulnerable is going to matter here, but let's get an extra energy for next turn. So that's going to be 42 again. Oh. don't die, Panz. We want meditate? Okay. Flying Sleeves has retained, so yeah, that's true. Alright. Is that any good? How you doing, Pillar? Yeah, if you have, well, I mean, we do have, we have like water, but it's only this turn, isn't it? So you'd have to apply a lot of little different blocks. Yeah, I'm doing all right. We had a good daily. It was Watcher Daily though, so it wasn't as intense as the other Watcher Daily. Then I had a cool defect win, and I've gotten a heap of subs, so I've got to get a Watcher win, and I'm okay with that because I think Watcher is getting better, and the more every time I play, I feel a little bit better about it. But it's still got this weirdness to it. Yeah, talk to the hand is a lot of little blocks. Maybe there's something in that. Would I gamble away a lantern? Yeah, pure water's slightly better than a lantern. But when the risk is at like boss relics, when there's so many energy relics, now the gamble is you're trading a lantern for a boss relic, and with the odds of getting a boss relic, that's a good gamble. Yeah, Watch was definitely... yeah, not cohesive is a good way of putting that. Do we just get rid of Talk to the Hand? I think we just get rid... Oh, we save an energy for next turn? Do I care about saving an energy for next turn? I think so. I'm probably going to fill up and play a lot of cards on turn 3, so I want to have the room in the hand, in the deck. Although we're going to eat this damage. We are going to eat this damage. No, I think the weirdness is a bit of both. Like, I think there's something that needs to be fixed about it, but it's also interesting variety, but it doesn't quite... You know, it shouldn't have that awkwardness about it. It should just be an interesting variety. And I think when they get it close enough... My only concern is when you're getting changes at the moment, like changes to Ironclad and Silent, like, who cares? Why did well-laid plans cost 1? Like, who cares? Why did corruption and whatever it is swap places between being rare and uncommon? It didn't need to be done. So I'm just sort of concerned that instead of actually getting Watcher all smoothed out, they'll do things like that instead. We'll just have to wait and see. I guess you can crush Slime's joints. I mean, we're going to. I feel like that was very good. Fight. You go to the toilet. If you guys could give me some notes. I like Judgment, but I don't know if it's just because it's got that insta-gib, like it's one damage, like it's one energy, kill something with 30 hit points. If that's sort of just greedy fun, or if it's actually good. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Just a short one.
I doubt you could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance. The Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. Shattered by someone or something. Don't tell me you don't see it. Look up at the sky. It burns.
Man, Elden Ring's looking amazing. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Alright, what do we got? David Form, Pyramid go well together. That's true, yeah. You can play out a lot of stuff if your hand gets filled up. Judgment seems strong. Like, it's not good against bosses. Can be good against elites, especially like multi-attack elites like slavers. Can also donk a slime because it's on hit points as well, so it goes through block. And one of the things about you've got to sort of juggle with any of the classes is if you are able to take down elites and not take damage along the way, you can get upgrades, and having a deck that's fully upgraded is really good for bosses. What's the upgrade on it? Whoa, 40. Yeah, burbs. Man, with that would just wreck sentries as well. Although we have extra energy on turns if we're in calm and we play a crescendo. That gives us a 5 energy turn. Although the thing is though, because it's with pyramid, you get to play it when, like, if you get the enemy down to 29, you'd be like, "Yep, judgment, go." With pressure points, we'll get through block. We could very well, with a pyramid, end up losing the miracles. That would suck. Right, let's see how it goes. It's definitely not super boss helpful, but it can get us there very strong. Oh, we just take Bell? I'm guessing Bark and Stance Potion is dumb. Memories would be okay. Take the corn chip? No, hey Dozy. Yeah, no, easy Bell. That gets blocked. Thank you. We get a feather, which is nice. War paint. We're going to upgrade our judgment. Jerk. 500 bucks. 300 bucks. Okay, there's a 3 elite path with a little bit of stuff happening. I like that. Get to a store. To a better store. Yeah, let's go that way. Wow. I should have bowling. Oh, it doesn't matter. Nine. Not vulnerable. That one vulnerable is kind of poop. Did it used to be 2 as a base vulnerable? 24, 36, 46. I know it's 2 now, but did it used to be 2, 3? There was always 1, 2? Okay. Wallops are always good. So crescendo, wallop, tranquility type of deal. Stupid artifacts. Judgment's good for baseball, apparently. We protect, yeah? Oh, I wish I had an extra energy. I wish I had an extra sandwich, actually. I wish I had an extra sandwich, yeah. What's the upgrade on fasting? And purchase the bomb. Alright. I like anchor and bag of prep. Abacus is interesting, isn't it? What do you guys think about exit your stance and being stanceless? I'm not sure I like about being stanceless. I suppose you can come out of calm and have energy. Yeah, I do have a tranquility. And a crescendo. Still. It's common. Maybe we think about it if we get offered one. I'm not a big fan of buying a blind. Transform 2 strikes. Sure, but probably not. Okay. Yeah. I think that's kind of a trap. I mean, we transformed a strike, so it's definitely better than a strike. But... Okay, so someone asked about this the other day, like, when would I take elegance over simplicity? And this is a really good position to take elegance. We're down to 1 strike, and 2 of the defends are upgraded. Follow-up is okay with Pyramid? Yeah, I mean, it will reduce your hand by a card, and deal 7 damage. I'd rather just not put it in my hand. But since it's came from a strike, that's fine. Now that's an improvement. But if you select it as a card reward, just yeah, it becomes a strike plus. You know, it's yeah. Except Pyramid's really good because it changes how the game is played. Like, it's like having permanent well-laid plan, except you have to keep everything. So, but it's really strong. Alright, so we do have... What is the upgrade on that? 4 damage. 4 block is nice on a 1-cost card. 4 block is nice on what's potentially going to be a 0-cost card. There's a lot of options. Right, going into an elite fight. So judge is only better if it's slavers. Because the regular judge is going to hit any of the gremlins. And against book, it's not going to do anything. Crush having that extra turn of vulnerable is going to give us, hopefully, yeah, 2 turns where we can... Wallop is also... Wallop's okay. But I think for an elite fight, I'd prefer to have something that... should have judged. Should have judged the 1 in 3. Okay. I'm weak though. So dirty being weak. Rolling Ball's going to hit for 30. If we crescendo. And that'll hit for 6. We do have a Tranquility and a Wallop. I'm planning something else and I don't have it. Okay. Math, Panz math. Why was that? Yeah, brain didn't work on that one. Hey Tori, how you doing? Let's grab another protect. Alright, so that was the best elite fight for Judgment to be upgraded, so it's unlikely we have it there. You want to get the establishment in first? Champ. Just get calipers and win forehead. Yeah, definitely need more damage. But upgrading a lot of these cards, upgrading isn't going to be the more damage we need. The Sands of Time get reduced by 2 every turn with establishment active. Is it automatically retain and get cheaper? If you have 2 establishments, do cards get made 2 cheaper? There you go. Oh, that's really strong. Sup, idiots? I'm trying to work out how I can get a huge bowling ball bash on him, but I think I'm being greedy with it. If I over damage this, will I get the over block? Or can I only get 12 block from the wallop? Kinda want to find out, but... Alright, so you could only get 12 damage off it anyway. This is where it feels weird. Like, I can erupt into Wallop to actually do damage because you want to actually do damage. Yeah, it's unblocked damage. But I didn't know if over went in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not doing anything is not good. Does establishment work with Runic Period? It doesn't turn off because you have Runic Period, so it still works. But it doesn't do extra work the way you're thinking it will. Yeah, but the Wallop, I kind of want to use the Wallop because, like, I've got 2 energy now. But I don't need the block, but I don't want to, you know what I mean? Oh, these guys don't do anything. So these are the suckiest of the sucky guys. Draw that next. Hopefully he blocks that guy. Nice. And we get a kill, which would be nice. Or not. We're at 15. Oh, Panz. Come on. We just go lesson learn, right? We got enough time? Worst upgrade ever. Really, this isn't going to do much because we're not gaining any mantra. Yet. But still, doing stuff now. Plus we have a pyramid. We should be able to get that off. Thank you, Tori. Judgment's become a... Oh, yeah. Okay, getting the vulnerable in is good. The watch, because we're debuffed. Second hit. Get the innate establishment? Yeah, fair enough. Is Tantrum okay? Is it more of an Act 1 sort of kill stuff card? Establishment doesn't work. Okay. So saying establishment doesn't work is not correct. It still does what it always has done. It just doesn't do any extra work with Runic Pyramid. But it still lowers the cost of cards that say retain. Now, I mean, if we end up at the stage where we go to heart, sure. But I'm not, playing the run on it. Marbles. Strips artifact, which is nice. Turn 1, we have Gremlin Horn. There's still, we've still got Axe to get through. You're slightly worried about Champ? I'm very worried about Champ. $21, hey? $28. Okay. Mental Fortress Plus stands out. I need to get some cards. I think the Tantrum might have been an okay pick. Because the Crescendo and the Tranquility exhaust, and then I don't have ways to change stances. Spirit Shield with a with a pyramid can be a large amount of block too. Does it count itself? Or is it only counting the other cards? Because then at most it's 28 for 2, which is good. What does collecting the 3 puzzle pieces on the top left do? It lets you go to Act 4. So it is 9. So it's good for a once off. Except it's not once off, you do go again. Oh, 36, yeah, you're right. 27 or 36. Yeah, I like the idea of the pressure point scaling. It seems interesting, but I don't know if I wanna. Oh, if you have 2 spirits, it's 32. Yeah, that's true. So we take Spirit Shield now because we don't have an empty. Or we pick up Mental Fortress and take an empty. We are about to fight Champ though. I think that evaluates now better. Actually, going to be better than what I thought it was, because those retained blocks are going to be 0. So if we can draw into them, like cycle through more often, they're 0 cost. They'll become 0 cost blocks. Do we power potion? Do we build up an evaluate where we end up with like 5 insights in our deck and wait for Daviforb to give us like 30 energy and then just erupt and keep drawing cards and scrying? Tory. Just gonna push him. I think we want to push just yet. Oh, come on. Game is based on card draw and energy. And when you have a massive amount of energy and a lot of card draw, that's why people don't like Time Eater. I was thinking about Scroll, because it's a lot of card draw. But the Diva form wasn't ours. It came from a potion. And we are banking up our cards quite often. I don't know about I know having triple damage on a turn is good, right? That's kind of obvious. But I look at the mantra leading to divinity, and it's not really scaling. Like it kind of, is. It's triple damage, which is pretty huge if you can play a big turn that turn. But Wrath is double damage. Sure, it's not the same as triple, but we can already do that. And because of Pyramid, we can do that whenever we want, like when we want to. Whereas with Devotion, like you're doing that on every 5th turn. Obviously, you can Wrath into it and then like Wrath the turn before if you're not getting attacked, and then know that it's going to pull you out of Wrath. That's good. I'd have to see it in use to sort of get my head around it. Yeah, with Vulnerable, it's 4.5 times damage. Compared to with Vulnerable and Wrath, only 3 times. So it is an improvement. Like there is a difference there. Yeah, well, this is where I have to sort of try and work out, because Ender, you've given me a specific. Oh, Wreath, Vulnerable, signature move, 120. That's 180 in Divinity. That doesn't kill the heart. What do you do the next turn? And that's why I don't look at it as scaling, because you haven't scaled. You've just had a burst turn, one turn. That's not scaling. Scaling is that constant incremental, gain that's going to be there again next turn. Like playing an Inflame. That's a small amount of scaling that you have for the rest of the fight. You can Divinity every turn. True, if you play 5 Devotions, you could Divinity every turn. When you get 10 Mantra, you go into a Divinity stance, which gives you triple damage for one turn, for that turn. Yeah, so 3 Devotions, Divinity every 3 turns. That's, that probably works out, but we don't have 3. We've only have the option of 1. And I think that's where it's hard. Is that... yeah, but you've got to draw those every second turn, and you're not going to, unless you've got a 10-card deck, So, again, you're giving very specific situations that require multiple cards to combo out. And like I said, I don't have the experience with Watcher to know if that is just chat being chat, where someone will be like, if you burst a burst plus with a catalyst after you've had an ice cream at 18 energy and 10 poisons and all this, you can deal 20,000 damage to heart, except not kill it. And I'm like, yeah, that's a really cool combo. And then I roll my eyes and I keep playing. You know what I mean? Like, these niche situations are very cool, and sometimes they happen. But I'm looking for solid strategy to have consistent gameplay, not meme picks that 9 out of 10 times lead to a loss. Like, I want to learn. If we actually learn to play this class, I might play it regularly, I don't have any of those cards. Like, it's not... So, like, again, you're honed in on a specific type of play. I'm going to build this deck, which will work every time you get to see the cards you see, and you pick them and you put them in your deck. But then, if all you're doing is hanging out for those cards, sure, you win when you get the pieces that you exactly need to win. But I would like to attempt to try and work with any deck presented to me along a run and try and get a win out of there. Think you're taking the Devotion anyway? Well, I don't see it being the establishment. We don't really have need to ramp down that quickly. The scroll with Pyramid doesn't seem like it's going to get a lot of value. And so it leaves Devotion by default of a take or skip. Yeah, that's right. We already have an establishment, so there's no point taking a second one. Pyramid establishment does exactly what it always does with Pyramid. With or without Pyramid. It doesn't do any extra, it doesn't do any less. Yeah. Yeah, don't pick the deck you want before you start. Although, it depends. If you cannot get a win by trying to build a deck as you go, pick the deck before you go that you want and aim for that one, but be prepared to lose a lot. And especially be prepared to lose a lot of runs you could have won. But know that when you do get the cards you need to build that deck you want, you're probably going to crush it. Let's see how it goes. I don't think I want to be a choker. We just take key. I've got Nomamori. Let's just take key. Yay, Time Eater. I want to play lots of cards per turn. Do you play 12 per turn? Well, I suppose as Watcher, probably. Just get 3 cultist potions, forehead. Didn't work. Does this one still count as a live for Bowling Bash? Good to know. Thanks, no one must know. It's about as useful as everything else everyone's giving me, because you're all speaking a foreign language. Yeah, Flying Sleeves is... I mean, it's not free, it's card draw. So once you play it, you can get it back and it's like an extra card you play. But it's not good damage. You're simply the best! Wagner Mud, dude. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Man, gone over 20 today. Welcome, Pasta Master 2, Synctal, Fractal Zero, Ismail Kanan, and Conals. AO2 Watcher wins on rotation now. Hopefully this is one of them. Do we have enough dig? Are we digging? Are we taking artifact? For any? Is there any reason we're taking artifact? Well, it stops it vulnerable against heart, I guess. Dig, relic, dig. Oh, it blocks a fasting? Wow, that's really strong, hey. You'd have to draw it first, though. That's scaling. Is there anything we want to get rid of? I mean, we got rid of all the strikes. Do we care for the small defense? Or is it not worth the 100 gold to remove one of them? I still need 2 keys. Oh, I don't have... This isn't guaranteed heart. I mean, if we get there because the deck's good and I can skip a relic, then so be it. But I'm not fussed about going into Act 4. Yeah, it's probably fine to get rid of, but I'm just worrying about the 100 gold. Is there going to be a better opportunity? This can't be a store. It's unlikely we're going to have another option to... Talk to the hand? Like water? I mean, the good offense is the best defense option. I always like that. Until I die. Because I couldn't block. If we get 1 upgraded, we divinity every turn. How does that work? Is it only 5? Apparently you need 10. I'm pretty sure it was 10. So 1 upgraded is 5 a turn. That doesn't seem like every other turn. Which is fine if you deal the damage on that turn. You have a little bit of damage. Actually hit talk to the hand. I think that allows us to play some damage and still play some damage, do some damage, and might not be right there. Tori. Actually, no, you know what? Nirvana's good, yeah. We've got a scry. We're going to scry every turn. We've got a power that scries every turn. Thanks, Kisenchi. But I don't see it, but appreciate the... Took one. Oh, was that a 5 times 4? Oh, I could have tranquility'd. I thought that was a times 3. I'm losing my ability to concentrate. Yeah, I didn't realize the times 4. I thought I was taking 66. I methed wrong. What's a safety? Block for 12? Doesn't seem very safety. It does retain though. So it's a 0 cost, block for 12 against Time Eater. We need to get that to that big turn. Oh. I want to just get rid of... What do we knock? Safety's not a 0 cost. I have establishment upgraded. Okay, we want the skill for the vulnerable. We go like... Okay. I didn't come out of calm. Kinda sucks. Kinda hoping to have extra energy there. I screwed up that. My brain's gone. It's dead. It's dead. I don't know. I'm at the point of the... I mean, it's going to be the last run of the night, which it kind of has to be. But I'm at the stage, and I see what Jorb's meant by you play this when you don't want to play Spire anymore, because you get to that point during the run where you just... I'm not going. I can't go again. Oh cool, I'm doing triple damage this turn. The symbol 6. That's the mental fortress. The mantra's the eye. Okay. Nope. Oh. In fact, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Roy Walker. I don't know why I didn't play the music. Let's do that. Much love, my dude. Do you understand Ragnarok? It's just a like a one-hit combo card, right? So if you've got Wraith Form, you're dealing 72 damage. If they're vulnerable, you're dealing 100 damage. So it's just a big hit, which is fun, and people love big hits. With a Snecko Eye, if you've got a deck that works, I don't know with Watcher, but if there is decks that work with Snecko Eye, then it could come in cheaper. You're going to see it, a lot more. So. Is pressure points a thing? Pressure points is like a one-cost version of Claw, isn't it? Talk to the hand turns. Yeah, we've got Talk to the Hand. Maybe that's what we're doing. It's a lot of block. Marks don't decrease, yeah, but they only do damage if you play a pressure point. So it's not like poison where it goes off every turn. So it's like the equivalent of a one-cost Claw, which sucks because it costs 1. 1 is infinitely more cost requirement than 0. But not every class can have a Claw. Pressure point is alright as AoE. Wow. I hate to be mean, but no, it's not. It's trash. It's really trash as AoE. Because on 2 targets, it's not AoE the first time you play it. And the second time you play it, you're only doing 8 damage to the original target. It's much better than it was originally. Because originally it happened in the opposite order. It did the all enemies lose equal to their mark, and then it applied. So it used to be trash. But the problem with playing it as AoE, it means you're not focus killing an enemy, and in less reasons, you should be focusing one enemy down in a pack fight, because enemies on half health still do 100% damage. So by killing one, you're reducing the amount of block you need, and you can do more damage to the next one and then kill the last one. So if you start spreading your pressure points around, that's not the best play. Unless you have multiple on one turn, and then you could possibly, because the first one you play is going to, if you had like 3 of them and there was an enemy with 24 health, you could possibly put one on them and then focus something else so it would kill that one off. Comes down to the fight. So there's going to be niche moments where it seems good, but don't rely on those. I haven't played enough. I don't know what meditate is. So like I said, there could be niche times where you get it to do stuff, especially if you've got a few of these and you haven't added much other stuff to your deck, so you're going to be getting them regularly. But relying on that, especially now, it's probably too late. I'm still kind of curious on the Ragnarok, mainly because I have 2 upgraded Talk to the Hands. I am concerned about the Time Eater Cleanse, though. And my Talk to the Hands. And I don't think I can punch through, even with a Divinity. Well, with the Divinity and Vulnerable, Ragnarok wins, right? The fact that it goes through block is good as well, though. So like on baseball, you play 2 and it kills baseball. That's not bad. Killing baseball is usually a good play. That hits individually, so that's going to be 4 hits. Well, if I talk to the hand first, I'm going to gain 3 block every time I do. seems okay. Back in my hand. We have an empty. I'd prefer it if the empty was the block one, but I probably should. It's empty mind is the block, is it?
You're simply the best.
Oh, Jeebus. Wagner, have you been drinking? Thanks so much for the 10 gift subs. Spinach 7 VPN user, Super C Bass Retalia 2, Tihiniko Svizla, Zev322, Mushbrains Media, Sharador, and Awkward Stowe. Welcome. Let's get some pizza and stuff going. IO3 Watcher wins. You guys are jerks, and I love you all very much. Get all teary soon. No, they're wins, no one must know. I've got to beat an Act 3 boss, so if I don't beat Time Eater, I still have 3 to go. So that'll probably keep me going for the rest of the week. At this rate. It's going to be nice to relax with a bit of Greedfall after this one. Alright, we have Repto Jerk. But I have a judgment. Oh, I'm so happy I've got a judgment. Like, I kind of want to erupt, but I'm afraid that if I don't draw... I've got a Tranquility, worst case. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad I can entertain. I am the best on an early Japan night. Well, thank you. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, is that going to be... I've got thingy. Let's try this. $39. Just get rid of it because I don't want to judge it. You slept in Porsche and it rolled back your data to an in-game day? Oh, that's annoying, Adam Sims. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got Porsche on the... I always like finding out. I mean, I don't get a notification when the extra games are released on Humble. I have all these Humble games I never play. Do I take it? I'm going to take another Tranquility. I think Ragnarok Divinity is vulnerable is going to be how we win this. Alright, I'll take the key and we'll see what happens. But I'm not promising heart. Act 3 is where I'm at. Fasting would be nice, yeah. But I don't think we need it. I think we can actually get there with I hate this. This doesn't seem very fun. This will let us see how well our plan works. So we're not going for a lesson learned kill. Needs to get upgraded, doesn't it? It definitely did do some things. And the problem is Time Eater going to do... Nemesis going to do things as well, maybe. You could probably judge Nemesis through intangible, right? Oh, there's probably I should have sent Wallop through as well, since Wallop's not going to do anything this turn. Wallop's going to block for 1. Idiot. I probably should keep that for for actually doing blocking, good blocking. Will I stream Portia? I don't know, Adam Sims. There's a lot of games I would love to stream, but I have to balance, you know, streamer stuff. You can't judge versus intangible. Well, now I want to put that to a test. We've got two people saying opposite sides. But I also want a lessons learned in. Science demands sacrifice. You guys are jerks. Fine. There you go. Cannot judge him. Now, I think that is, if it's intended, then it's bad design and poor communication with the player. Yeah, didn't even proc boot. This is, it says, where is it? Where's my judgment? If the enemy has 30 if it's unupgraded, 40 since it is upgraded, or less HP, set their HP to 0. It does not say deal damage equal to hit points. It, you know, it kills baseball. Right? So if what happened, we just saw happened, is as the devs want to say working as intended, then it gets added to the list of bad game design choices. Otherwise, it's a bug, in which case it should be fixed. Or if they want to nerf the card so that it reflects what it's been doing, again, bad game design choice. But at least we know now. We have 100% guarantee. That's what it does. Intangible says all damage taken and hit point loss to 1. That's new, isn't it? And hit point loss to 1 this turn. Although it doesn't say deal. It doesn't say invoke a hit point loss equal to the amount of hit points the enemy has. It says set to 0. That's right. The card says set to 0, not reduce hit points by the remaining thing. It clearly says set to 0. So the communication to the player is bad. That could cost someone a run. I was happy to do it for science because there was no danger to the actual character, so I'm okay with that. But that could actually cost someone a run. Hey, Nirvana got upgraded. Okay, empty body. Gain 10 block, exit stance. Alright, I'm happy with that. There's a few. The game has some issues with communication that have slowly been getting fixed. But, you know. I'm judging him on 1. Might take that ferry in a bottle over. Let's go there. Alright, I think I'm going to take the key. Like I said, the promise here is an Act 3 win. Yeah, killing Act 3 is a win if you die, you ascend. So if you're starting a character and you want to ascend, you don't have to go to Act 4. Yeah, so one of the things I don't... No, that's why they call it a victory question mark. Because you get a death animation if you beat the heart, Frenzied Coda. So based on that, you never win the game. Because if you don't collect the keys, you don't ever get beaten in combat. Yep. Ooh, hang on. Maybe, maybe not. I'm gonna go with probably not. Yeah, I'm thinking if you don't take the keys and you win, you get the death animation. Not if you beat the heart. You don't. They walk on. Yeah, so if you're doing the daily, like that's a really I'm gonna, apart from being an idiot, I'm gonna blame doing the dailies for clouding my memory. You smack the heart with your score, and then you lie down as in death. But if you've got keys, then you go on to Ascension to Act 4. You do smack the heart with both, and then then it happens based on if you have the keys or not. Gonna need to play 2 cards here. $18 times 3. We need the crescendo. I need the crush joints to get there. Well, there's the Ragnarok. we get once we get through, that's the problem. We got to get through. Nice one, exploits. Okay, so I still owe 2 wins in the rotation. I'll have to get a little graphic. Yeah, I'd say Burn Judgment. I did it daily the other day, but it took about this much time. And like I wanted to watch Terrence's runs, because he was doing the A20 streak with him, except they were taking 3 hours each, and like I don't have that much time, you know, like I can't. And I know I'd have to wait. I'd have to see when I see how he goes through it. But it's a lot easier to explain and talk about plays with Ironclad and Silent and Defect, and sort of help people learn what you're doing. Whereas I find with Watcher, like, a lot of stuff is just going through my head, and I just can't relay that in words at the same pace of what I'm thinking and what I'm ruling out of what I don't want to do, what I don't want to have happen. Do you mind his draw? That's right. Dark Shackles can be pretty good. You do have to get through Heart's artifacts though. And we have a vulnerable. We have a vulnerable. So it's not impossible. We do want to get Talk to the Hands played on Heart before the artifacts go up. Talk to the Hand is an attack, isn't it? It is. So good against Gremlin, noob. You can't smoke the elite fight. So the only time that you're likely going to want to smoke the Act 4 elites is if you are able to burn down shield, because maybe something like marbles and mutagenic strength, because shield has less health, so you just burn that one down and get out. Because most of the time you want to go for Spear first, because Spear scales like Book does, similar to how Book does. Whereas once you kill Spear, Shield's just a baby. Doesn't do the big hit, just sits there and hits you for 30 like every other turn. But if you just don't think you're going to get through the fight, or maybe you're low health or something, and you can kill Shield, then you'd smoke bomb Spear maybe. Yeah, that's right. Exploits. Like, I think that's why it's really hard for me from a streaming point of view to try and have the same interactions with you guys as I do with the other characters. Especially with Scry. Well, the shield has less health because he can block, right? He doesn't need hit points. He's got a shield. I'm even wondering if I want cards. Like if we go Cauldron or a bottle something. Could have branched into with that. Passed on Master Reality. Could have taken branch. Do we want an inner piece? Means I don't take bottle, because I want to burn the judgment. Yeah, but like obviously it takes a longer time to type that exploits, but to even say that out takes much longer than, like, you think that thought. Like, here's the thought process. I'm playing Wrath this turn because next turn I'll have a Scry card. With the number of cards in my draw currently, I'll be guaranteed either block or access Calm, but also because I know the enemy won't be attacking in 3 turns due to its pattern. And also because I've, and you think that like that, right? When you're looking at your options. But you've also ruled out a lot of plays. I'm not going to do this because, and I'm not going to do, No, I'm joking, Ksenji. Watcher has a power that will upgrade cards generated in combat, so you get upgraded versions of them. The one thing Judgment could be good for is if shield blocks for when shield blocks for 100. Does shield block for 100 on low Ascension? I can't remember. Oh, I'm on Ascension 4. Is that enough? I don't know. I don't think we're desperate though. I think we're in a okay spot. I'm not confident of the win because I'm not familiar enough with Watcher. But if we got one, I wouldn't be surprised. If we don't get one, I think it's expected that I lose to Heart. But if we do manage to get a win, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's reasonable. The deck seems strong, took like 2 damage against Time Eater. Drink a potion if you want to cast more spells. Late playing good for. That's bad now. Huh. I think we can get through. I think we can get through the idiots. I think I want inner peace. Okay. Talk to the hand in this fight's really weird, hey? Plated armor pot doesn't save me. Doesn't Tory. Okay. That's such a feels bad. Well, it doesn't do anything. Should have played that first. Hey, Jack. Fan's nice. Alpha. Yeah, it is. What is it? Is it 50 damage? It's not a bad investment when you know the fights. Like this is one of the best times to pick up something like that if you're looking at value. Because in a lot of hallway fights where you're just not going to get around to playing it, it just gets in the way. Whereas in this fight, it's 3-card investment for 50 damage on the 3rd card. Sure, it's not the greatest, but does it on that turn. So you get 50 damage when you play the 3rd card and 50 damage next turn. So all of a sudden, it's a really good investment. Okay, we want to get talk to the hands on straight away. So this is good. Really good. Okay. Are we just shackling anyway? Go vigilance and shackles? Is that what's happening? I don't like our chances of getting through artifacts. I'm just going to use this when it's useful and get some things down. Wound is pretty bad. Void is also pretty bad. That didn't do what I wanted to order. Dang it, Panz. Where's my damage at? I need to get vulnerable out and have a divinity turn. We only get to keep one, so I don't want it to be the slime. Make it the protect. That blocks for 36, that's pretty good. Oh, I know what happened. We learned. No, I must know. I owe you guys two victories still. Yeah, it didn't even take 3 hours. I wonder how long... Where's Dolphin? Dolphin, is Dolphin lurking? Dolphin, how long do you reckon it would take you to do an A20 Heart Watcher victory? On the plus side, my head doesn't hurt nearly half as much as what it did after the daily a couple days ago. And today's daily with Watcher went reasonably well. You feel like it'd be a 3-digit number in hours. Omega did a fair bit of work there. I don't know if we would have got there without it. No, I didn't, Paw. I did hear... I was in the channel when he was talking about something to do with it. Is that the Wanderer? Oh, so we might have made it without Omega. But yeah, it would have been a lot closer. Alright. It looks just as hard.